UE historical record 14 Bay, the apprehension day. Filed as a ribbon
Working, yeah. We were muted on our intros, yeah.
On a quiet night in 2955, UE scanners jolted back to life. Analysts whispered, is it fate? Is it war? But it wasn't vandal signals, just a twitch, rage shaking the floor. Two old spaces drifting through the net, both thinking their streams were calm and set, but the stars aligned in that digital sea. Aussie Viking raiding in with raw energy. Chin Shield looked up from a lift that broke, gave a tired grin and a half-hearted joke, and the UE
share the bloody chat thing.
Pilots met face to face. Oh, this is a story the UE keeps, filed in the archives where the data sleeps. Two streamers collided in the starry night, talking ships, bugs and broken flights. A podcast was born, no plan, no script, just two old men on a caffeine trip. Welcome to Star Citizen, they say. Have a nice day. UE flag comes, thought trouble was near, maybe pirates, smugglers, something to fear. But all they found in the chattering noise were two middle-aged gamers sharing their joys. They spoke of doors that murder the bold, of chairs with a hitbox made of cold hard gold, elevators dropping folks straight into space, and why every patch breaks some other place. Psych docs wrote this bond is rare, born of crashes, bugs and ships mid-air, patch-induced trauma and veteran pride. Two blokes talking while the stars collide. Oh, this is the story the UE keeps, out in the archives where the data sleeps. Two streamers collided in the starry night, talking ships, bugs and broken flights. A podcast was born, no plan, no script, just two old men on a caffeine trip. Welcome to Star Citizen, they say.
Wow, Chrissy.
Have a nice day.
Some of my viewers are just
now the
really
lost
brutal.
and the glitch, the ones who fall through floors, the cargo haulers would disappear in stores, the bounty hunters whose fights freeze me. To remember we've all been there. UE historians log the tale with pride. Accidental archivists of the chaos worldwide, from a raid, a rant, and a deep space chat came two voices telling the
Don't be
verse
fucking typing
where
in
it's at.
bullshit in the fucking global chat.
Oh, this is the story the UE keeps,
dude.
out
If
in
you're
the
getting
archives where
grief,
the
just
data
fucking
sleeps.
suck it up
Two
and go to a
streamers
different
met
freaking
in the
server.
patchwork fray,
Or don't
turned
go
into a
there. Go
podcast that
somewhere
still
else in
plays
the game.
today.
Like
A moment in the
okay,
chaos
if
that
you're
the verse
going,
can't script, just two old men on a caffeine trip. Welcome to Star Citizen. Yeah, that's what they say. Filed by the UE. Have a nice day.
Oh, there's a giant worm beside me. I'm walking still. I'm walking. I'm
down. I have a revive.
already?
Just a single one left. Special delivery.
I don't see. Oh shit! Oh, I'm scared as shit. Dude, did you see what I did on the stream? Did you see what I did on the stream? I actually ducked. I went, whoa!
Ooh.
Where is this guy?
Target destroyed. Shield down.
Ooh, the sideways drift through it. Yeah, that's right.
Mine looks pretty awesome too, Viking.
I mean, it looks better. It's put on pretty much any computer. It just looks way better on the photos.
Yep.
I can be jealous and happy for somebody at the same time.
I had sit down. There's another one up. I meant. Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I'm gonna stay on that first one so we can down him.
All right.
Oh yeah, fucking hell, he's got 2 guns, fucking hell. Yeah.
I think we got it.
We got it, right?
We got it. Let's go.
Yeah, because I
Don't
saw
worry,
that-
Pup
that-
Pilot. We just killed this bitch.
Kill the bitch, yeah.
9,000.
Oi, that's my skull. It sent me out of the planet. Look at that. Oh, did you see that? I fucking got launched into orbit, man.
Yeah, if you go prone and then die, you just get like.
We got missiles locked.
What
Dude.
for?
Get in the hangar quick. Get in the hangar quick. Oh
I'm
shit.
trying.
Oh man.
Who did we get missile lock from?
Man, I'm so sorry, dude. You know what I did?
Oh, no.
I fucking
Lord.
locked onto one of the turrets with the missiles and I couldn't. Yeah, wow.
You know,
Look
like,
at the cloud.
yeah, look at that, man. Oh, did you see? Yeah, you know. Oh, shiny. Instead of the 2K sniping experience, you know.
a lot of these YouTube content creators are talking about how master modes have ruined the game. Hey, ethnification. That's your Twitch drop.
I'm excited for it, mate, because it's going to bring more people to the game. You know, more people to our communities. You know.
Absolutely.
More people to
People are gonna want
more
are gonna
people
wanna
to
see what
share
this
this
game is.
fucking amazing scam with. You know, because if it's a scam,
Yeah.
they done us good, mate. You know, they fucking got us real good. You know. Now that external freight elevators are now here, will there be a decline? Hull C usage having large freight to be manual. How long will it take to?
Yes.
5 minutes. That's all they had. 5 minutes before the podcast. We alive in bloody 5 minutes, and the universe already smelled panic. Sea Viking leans into his mic like he's about to confess a crime. You ready, mate? He asks it with hope, the kind of hope only a desperate man knows. Chinshield doesn't hesitate. Yes, he says, too fast. Suspiciously fast. Ozzy paws, then fires back. Well, I'm bloody not. And suddenly, it begins. Things vanish. Buttons disappear. Scenes rearrange themselves like haunted furniture. Ozzy is clicking, swearing, flipping between screens, muttering, "Where's the bloody thing? Where's the other thing? Where's the other thing?" Chinshield calm as a man defusing a grenade with chopsticks. Mate, check your sources. Oh yeah, I would if I had any! OBS deleted the bastards. They despawned like Star Citizen loot. Then comes the moment every creator fears. Ozzy opens his browser source. OBS screams, the screen flashes black, white, black like it's being exercised, and then displays a potato. A potato. Ozzy stares into the void and the void stares back. Why is my bloody browser source a potato? Chinshield tries not to laugh, refresh the cache. Ozzy refreshes it, the potato gets bigger. It got worse! 2 minutes left, the clock is mocking them now. Chinshield sighs, defeated. Ozzy, I lied! I'm not ready either! Ozzy freezes mid-rant. What? Chinshield lists his sins, Mike's wrong. Scenes are wrong, Beard Stacks is yelling at me, and OBS won't capture the game. Ozzy nods solidly, so we're both faking it. Always, mate. 1 minute, The room fills with chaos. Ozzy shouting, "Why is my camera aimed at my ceiling fan?" A chin shield yelling, "Why are my alerts playing Trucking Tuesday music?" Beard stats typing, "You alive in 40 seconds." OBS freezes like it's been shot. The intro music loops for no reason, and a message appears. Your USB device was not recognized. They haven't touched a damn thing. Ozzy blames Star Citizen. Chinshield reminds him the game's not open. Ozzy doesn't care. 10 seconds. Everything snaps into place. Scenes correct, cameras aligned, mic synced. No potatoes. The impossible happens. OBS behaves. Ozzy leans forward, whispering like a man who has come back from war. "Pretend we planned that!" Chinshield whispers back. "We always pretend that!" Ozzy clears his throat, takes a breath, and delivers the sacred opening line. "Crikey. Welcome to Star Citizen. Have a nice day." And so begins another episode. Two men faking confidence, fighting technology, and somehow creating a damn good show.
Well, how about that?
Good morning, Ozzy. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? Are you there? Are you there? Hey, good morning, Ree. There
Am I
he
here?
is. Hola,
Sorry, I was
senores.
muted. I said,
Fucking
crikey.
Frenchy.
Welcome to
Crikey.
Star Citizen. Have a nice day.
Yeah. You missed your opening line, dude. I beat you to it.
I did, man. I bloody muted myself.
Yeah, you bloody.
I did.
How was the last 2 weeks? We had Thanksgiving here in America. That was epic. Lots of damn turkey, and I'm still eating fucking turkey.
Yeah, well, we don't really have Thanksgiving in Australia, so
You ought to.
it was just another week, mate. You know.
You know. So we have a big week. PTU went live for Wave 1 on the 2nd.
Yes, I was watching you make fire. Remember, I came on at like
trying hard to make
what
fire
time?
on my stream, man. I was able to make fire in the PTU the day before my stream, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be epic for my stream. And then I tried to do it, and it wouldn't fucking work. I couldn't get fire. A little bit of fire, but then I couldn't put it out, and it was retarded. It didn't work right. It didn't work
Yes.
right.
Well, this is Star Citizen, mate.
Have a nice day.
Why did it?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, nah, the wrong thing, obviously. I gotta put this over here. And that
There you
technical
go.
issues, mate.
We're always
No,
having
then I gotta-
technical issues. That's one of the staples of this
Then I gotta
podcast.
grab that, put that over there. All right. Is that better?
Looks
That's working now,
fine
right?
to me. Is that the Endeavor?
Yeah, mate, that's
The
what it is.
fucking
Yeah.
rocks. So
Doesn't
let me.
look amazing.
Yeah, it does. So let me tell you something, man. On my stream, I've done away with my schedule. I'm still streaming from 7 to 10 Central Standard Time, 7 to noon, rather. Central Standard Time every day, but I've done away with the Mining Monday, Trucking Tuesday, Warfare Wednesday. I've done away with all that. Now I do whatever the fuck I feel like. So you know what I've been doing? I've been doing a lot of the Vandal Tech mission. That's a money maker, man. I like the Vandal Tech mission. You get a lot of money for doing the mission. You get a lot of MG script, and then you get to make money like 600,000 a pop for delivering 5 bodies to like Casper Gateway, which is actually Stanton Gateway right now. What do you think of that shit, Ozzy?
I've been enjoying the Vandal mission, mate.
It's a lot of fun.
It
I've-
is.
I've also taken a liking to the
When it
pulverizer.
works.
Yeah, when it works.
I
It's
haven't
been
done
working.
it since the hot fix the other day.
It's
Since
been
the maintenance,
working
I haven't done it.
It's been working really good since the maintenance. Everything's been working.
And the blades have been spawning as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've done it like 2 or 3 times since the maintenance, and it's worked every time. You know, finding the body at the derelict sites. It's all
Yep.
been working.
And so you got into the warehouse?
Yeah,
Several
I got
times,
into the
eh?
warehouse twice. Yep. Even found a pristine artifact yesterday. Made a lot of money. Now I need to spend it. Because there's a rumor.
Yes.
Should we talk about the rumors that we've all been hearing?
The rumor, because of the massive duping that's going on, there's going to be an AUEC wipe.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Nothing has been confirmed by CIG, but I think it's being called for by the community.
Yeah,
You know?
a lot of people are talking about it. It's like all I hear about. Oh, Frenchie wants us to talk about the rumor. So if you've got a lot of AUEC, buy ships. They're probably not going to wipe the ships. They might wipe AUEC. Probably not this patch, maybe the next patch. We'll see what happens. This is just a rumor. Rumor control. Nothing's been put out by CIG yet. As far as we know, CIG isn't doing any hard wipes until 1.0. But there's a lot of people talking about it.
An AUEC wipe.
An
It's a
AUEC
rumor.
wipe. It's a rumor. Now, when they wipe the AUEC, are they going to leave us with anything like gas money? Are we going to at least have gas money?
You know, you'll have your 20,000 that's on your game account.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
that's it.
You know, for your game package and whatever other game package you have, and you know, if you got a referral bonus from someone, you know, so you'll have.
So I'll have enough to go
payoff, I
out and
think.
mine and make a little bit of more money, huh? That's the important thing
You have
for
enough
me.
to buy some ammo and some med pens.
And that's about it, huh?
Yeah, maybe a set of armor.
Yeah. How about that? No money for gasoline. No money for quantum fuel. No money for a max lift.
But I do believe the last time when they released 4.0,
Yeah.
I think they did an AUEC and rep wipe then, right?
I don't think so. I don't recall
and
that.
and a ship wipe. Yeah, they did, because they remember they had 324.3 or something, and it had the event going. The Save Stanton or whatever it was. And then they released the tech preview of Pyro, which was going to be the live version. So if you didn't have the event done, you could go back to 324.3 or whatever it was and finish the event. But apart from that, there was no progression, because when you went to 4.0 tech preview, which became 4.0 live, it was a rep, AUEC, ship, wipe, everything wipe. So you came in with what you owned, and that was it.
Interesting. Well, I don't remember any of that.
Well,
But
I believe you started a couple of months after that, because
Did
this
I?
was it was about a month ago, a year ago, I think.
Okay.
Oh, about the same time of year.
Yeah, and I started about 10
You know,
months
within
ago.
a month. Yeah.
10 months.
So that would have been 2 or 3 months before you started, I believe.
I picked a good time to start playing this game, didn't I? So how are everyone?
You don't have to experience a wipe.
Excuse me, a little congestion this morning. So my big question is, how is everyone duping all this freaking AUEC. How does that work?
I do believe it's just a sort of insurance fraud.
Assholes. People got to be assholes. Try to break the game. That's what it is.
But I hope they fix it, man. You know, but there's been a lot of secret Santas going around. I know of a lot of people getting free AUEC and just rocking up and having $500 million in their account.
Yeah, that's too much.
You know.
So
But
I got some.
I heard a rumor that they increased the amount of AUEC you could have from 2.14 billion to hundreds of or to trillions, but I'm not sure about that. That's not something I can confirm or not.
Yeah. Well, what shall we talk about today? Do we want to talk about the Star Citizen Live from about a week ago, or just dive right into the Endeavor? There's a lot to talk about. They put out a lot of good shit during that Star Citizen Live.
Yeah, we could talk about that if you want to.
Well, the big headline that I got from Star Citizen Live, and this is near and dear to me because I just bought one, is the Galaxy. The Galaxy IAE 2056. What year are we in?
We're in
2956.
2955 right now.
IAE
Yeah,
2956.
Will
The
be
Galaxy is being released. Yep. That's the big headline for me personally. I'm excited.
Well, I
about
do tend
the
to think
Galaxy.
that I do tend to think that means during Invictus they'll release the Ironclad and the Caterpillar and Ironclad command modules and
Yes.
you know.
I tell you, and you know, I bought the Galaxy after we did that podcast on the Galaxy. You know, every time I do one of these podcasts, it makes me want to buy the ships I'm talking about because they're just so amazing. Like the Banu Merchantman, even though it's never going to be released, I kind of want one. You know.
Yeah.
And then I
Then
know
you
I've
are buying an
researched the
attack,
Endeavor. I kind of want one of those.
I've always wanted an Endeavour. I got a CCU, but I have no use for it at the moment. And when I need it, you know, I can just shuffle stuff and have it. You know.
So 27 ships. 27 ships were delivered this year by CIG. How about that stat? 27 of them, and none of them were concept ships. They were all flyable. Like immediately. No new concept ships in 2025. How about that?
Yeah, but all these ships are ships that we didn't ask for. What about ships that we paid for? Like, don't get me wrong. It's good. It's good. You know, and seriously, when all these new ships started coming out, and I thought, oh, look at that. That's ugly, isn't it? And you know, and you'd walk around it, and you'd see bits of this ship in it, but this and bits of this.
Yeah.
But you
Well,
know, since then the game's come a long way, man. And I was actually flying the Intrepid the other night for a good 4 hours because it was the free flight ship low flying, and I had a lot of fun in it, man. You know, maybe I should fly all these ships instead of criticizing them.
maybe.
You know, just for their look.
I don't criticize any of these ships. I like what CIG's doing. And you know what, by the way, you talk about what about the ships we paid for? Well, there's been a net decrease in the backlog of the concept ships. There's been a net decrease. What did they released the Perseus this year, right? That was a concept ship, right?
Yep.
The Idris, the Polaris. What else? Some of
The
these ships are
Apollo.
ships that we've been asking for.
The Apollo.
The Apollo, long time
I
coming.
know people that have waited years for the Apollo.
Yeah, long time. I do too. I know people that have been waiting years for an Apollo as well. Yeah. Long time. So they talked in the Star Citizen Live. You know how we talked about, like, when we were talking about the Banu Merchant, man, how there was a dip and there was like a 33% decrease in the artists working on these ships at one point, like what, 3 or 4 years ago, and then they stopped working on the Banu Merchant, man. Well, they're starting to see the vehicle team expanding, and now we're starting to see the benefits of that. That's what CIG says. So that's a good thing.
Yes. My ad's about to start.
Oh, your ad's about to... Well, let's just keep going. We can edit that shit out later.
Sorry to the people in my chat. My ad's about to start.
Yeah.
If you're not subscribed, subscribe now. You heard me.
Yeah, hurry up and subscribe, damn it. Subscribe to
I
Ozzy.
think I screwed up the thing.
Oh, what'd you do? Oh, we're looking at a picture of the biodome now on the Endeavor. You did screw it up. Oh, now you really
Yeah,
screwed
no,
it up.
I fixed it. No, I fixed
There we
it
go.
again.
There's another picture of the Endeavor. Beautiful ship.
I just got all the modules.
So as we all know now, engineering and armor is in the PTU. It's coming by the end of the year. That's no secret anymore. That was put out during Star Citizen Live.
Yes, engineering will be here in the next 2 weeks.
Yes. Yeah, probably
Wow.
not this coming Thursday, but the following Thursday, right before the holiday break. And then then the live servers will be jacked up and they'll all go on a holiday break and we won't get a hot fix for like 2 weeks.
They have
right?
stated
Isn't that how it's going to work?
they did state that they want to have it in a live environment for as long as they can to collect as much data so they can fix all the fuck ups. Right? They did state that.
Can I make a
The
prediction
last
then?
ISD.
Can I make a prediction?
Yep.
They're going to release the PTU into the live servers a week from tomorrow on a Monday. What do you think of that prediction?
I don't know what date do CIG go on holiday?
It's like the 17th. I don't know. Well, what day? Well, let me look at my calendar. Yeah, probably the 17th, which is a Wednesday. So they'll probably drop the PTU like the 15th or 16th. I'm betting the 15th. That's my bet.
15th.
Yeah.
Probably about right. You know, I would say any time before the 20th.
Yeah.
You know, but
for sure. They got to get fire working. I haven't been able to get any fire on my stream. Everyone wants to see the fucking fire. You know, I see other content creators that have fire on their fucking clips, and it's like I can't seem to make it happen. Fire, yeah.
We saw fire the other day, but it wasn't the type you could put out. It was just like
it was just like persistent, and like I was shooting. I
Yeah,
wasted a whole fire extinguisher on that fire, and I couldn't put it out.
And then you blew up, didn't you?
So we got more gold standard ships coming next year. They're talking about bringing the functionality up to what? Okay, so the gold standard on these ships means that they're bringing the quality of the ship up to as if the ship was released today. Because, like, look at the
Yeah, so it's
Perseus.
got physical components,
Right.
engineering, and
Look at the Perseus. The Perseus is a gold standard ship. That ship, the only thing wrong with that ship is that you can't get off the ladder at the main deck when you're going down the ladder. That's the only thing wrong with the Perseus. Everything else is tip-top shape. Best ship in the game. Easily, I think, except for the fact that it crashes all the time. No medbed, get over it, Ree. So that's what the gold standard means. So they're going to, in the first half of 2026, release the Aurora MK2 and the Aurora Gold Standard. Right? Is that what you got out of that?
yeah, rumors of Bolden Wing. I think it's confirmed, but I'm not sure. But the Aurora, there was always supposed to be this. Well, from what I understand, there was always supposed to be a bomber variant of the Aurora that had the swept wings like the Scorpius.
Like the Scorpius.
So I do believe that this is going to be a thing
like
on
the
the Mark
X-Wing
II.
fighter.
And it would be really cool because that we've known people in the past. They've spelt Endeavour wrong on this poster. We've known people in the past that have near on taken out Idris solo in an Aurora. Well, when it could be done, right, back in the day, right? And that was specifically Tough Wolfie and his Battle Aurora of Death, right? And legend. Anyway, the Aurora is a good ship in guild hands, man, and I would love to see it with wings like the Scorpius. That'd be awesome.
I was really disappointed the first time.
That's what it was always supposed to be.
Yeah, the first time I flew into Aurora and I raised the landing gear, I expected the wings to come out, and I was really disappointed when they didn't.
Well, it's got all. If you walk around it, it's got all the machinery, and all the gimbal, the action. It looks like would do it,
Yeah. Okay, so also in Star Citizen Live, we have some cargo capacity changes. A lot of people are pissed off about this. Some severe reductions in cargo capacity on some of these hull ships.
Yes.
The hull B is going to have 512. It's going to be able to hold 512. I don't know what it was supposed to be previously for these. And the hull B will be able to land with the cargo. And that's coming in 2026, I think, is what my notes say here. Did you get that? The hull B in 26?
Yeah, and the D and the E.
Then we got the railing.
And the D has had its capacity decreased by 66%.
Yeah, it's down to
the whole
6912. Yeah.
Has had its capacity decreased by 88%.
88%, so, down to 12,288. Ridiculous. But they're being transparent. They're trying to work with us on this.
The whole B was supposed to have less, I think. I think it was supposed to come in around the 386 mark,
So the whole B actually has more.
Yeah. Yes, the whole D has gotten 66% smaller, and the whole E has gotten 88.
Yeah, the whole E 12,288, which is down from like what, 90,000?
96,000 or something. Yes.
Yeah, but they're trying to keep it real. There's no way you're going to get that much cargo on that ship.
Yeah. But there was always supposed to be drones and automated loading, this is what was advertised when it was sold.
And yes, Darth, the railing is up to 640, up from 320. So the railing's getting more cargo.
I heard they were they were removing the triangular cargo off the railing as well.
Yeah, they're trying to make it
But
make
I'm not
sense.
sure.
They don't want to come out with special cargo containers. They're going to have the same square cargo containers, and 32 SCUs is going to be the largest cargo container. They're not going to have like 64 SCU containers all of a sudden, and so it's going to have to fit in a fucking square and not, what did you say, like a triangle?
Yeah, well, see, it was always advertised with its own, brand cargo pods.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to figure out how to make it look triangular, like
Yeah.
and fit in a square hole, fit a triangle in a square hole,
Right. And then we got the Ironclad and the Ironclad Assault. The Ironclad holds 2,204 SCU, and the Ironclad Assault 1,440 SCU.
The Ironclad. I reckon the Ironclad is going to come out in Invictus. There's no confirmation on it, but I'd actually put $50 on it.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, I might put some money down on it. I'm not going to bet my Galaxy or anything. That's some bullshit Han Solo would do.
That. No, I'd give you the finger at the thought of that.
Yeah. So, also, some of these ships getting the gold standard next year, and the only one we know about for sure is the Aurora, I think. But those...
There's a big deal.
Hmm.
It's like the 600 has needed a rework for many years, and it's on the list, right?
The 600i.
It was on the list of ships, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
in law, the 600i has, like, there were several hundred hulls sold to the military or something that had no windows or all the luxury stuff, and they were just sold to the military as hulls. And we haven't seen that version come into the game yet. I'd like to see that. That'd be cool.
A 600i with no windows?
A military version of the 600i.
Oh.
Because in law, there were several hundred hulls sold to the military without all the windows and viewing ports and stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. So anyway. Yeah, that'll be neat to see if they can make that happen. Have two variants of the 600i.
Well, there are two variants at the moment. The Turin and
the luxury. Right?
One of them has a small garage, and the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
I think the Turin model has the cargo pod.
Yeah.
And is the other one the exploration, or is it like a base model? Drago? I know Drago's probably got 3 of them, and he's got the executive one, which is, the black and gold trim.
Yeah. So Kickstarter paint's coming for ships getting the gold standard, like the Aurora, right? Some of the old paints from the Kickstarter days, that's what I got out of that. So get your wallets open.
Some of those paints from back in the day look really good. They've got all the brands on them and stuff.
Yeah.
Very sporty looking.
So crafting looks like they're going to try to get that out in 2026. Anybody excited about crafting? I guess I am a little bit. It's not really my jam. Like when I played Fallout 4, I went through the whole fucking game, did the whole story, didn't craft a single fucking thing. And then people were asking me, did you even play the game? Yeah, I played it. I beat the game. You know, but I just didn't craft anything. So I guess crafting is not really my forte, but I know a lot of people are excited about it. They want to, you know, I'll be the guy that goes and buys stuff from people who have crafted stuff. That's my jam, you know.
Yeah. Well, the only form of crafting that's in the game at the moment is, you know, you can craft multi tools and tractor beams and the modules and med guns.
Yeah.
But it would be good to see it come in and, you know, be able to make guns or whatnot. And
Different
then,
armor sets, you know, because, you know, it's an MMO, you know, having various armor, you know, and the look and everything, that's going to be a big part of it. It already is.
and it would give you something to do to go around and get all the bits and, you know,
Yeah.
instead of just doing contracts over and over and over and grind and rep, you'd see something at the end goal.
Yeah. So they talked a little bit about the Polaris and the Idris during Star Citizen Live. The Polaris is going to have a torpedo station in the back right bridge station. So you won't have to go downstairs behind the main gun to fire off the torpedoes now. You'll be able to you'll have a crew member who can fire them from the bridge. And a lot of people are upset right now because the Perseus, you can fire torpedoes right from the pilot seat, right? And a lot of the Polaris owners are like, what the fuck? What the fuck over? But they say that the size 10 torpedoes on the Polaris are too high of a casualty producing weapon to be operated by the pilot. And that makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, one size 10 torpedo should kill anything from 890 to Hammerhead, you know, Perseus. It should one hit it,
Right.
you know,
And the
if it hit.
Yeah. What about the Idris? Okay, so what about the Idris? So what they're saying is a lot of people that are Polaris owners, well, the Idris has a main gun that can fire from the pilot seat. You know, but they explained at Star Citizen Live that it's kind of pointless to have the main gun fired by a crew member because you got the pilot pointing at the target and they'd constantly have to be working with the crew member, fire now, I'm on target, you know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense for another crew member to fire the main gun on the Idris. It only makes sense for the pilot to be able to. Now, what they did say about the Idris is that they may balance the Idris beam in the future. What does that mean? They're going to nerf the Idris beam, probably. That's what I got out of it. A lot of upset Idris owners. You took away our tier 1 medbed, and now you took away our Gundam laser.
I prefer the one with the railgun anyway, mate. You know, the laser looks cool and all, but the railgun is much more effective. The railgun will one-shot most ships in game, you know.
The other thing about the Polaris is they said there might be quality of life changes to the Polaris in the future, like signage that tells you where everything is on the Polaris. They kind of one of the I don't remember these guys' names, so I can't tell you who said it. It was a guy with the fucking beard and shit. They all have beards, okay? It was a guy that was sitting in the lower left. I forget his name. Anybody? Okay. So he said that it was his decision not to put any signage on the Polaris, but they might go back and look at that in the future. He wanted it to have like an unwelcoming look to it, you know, and be like a
Well,
battleship.
every door you go through, RSI, 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 RSI.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they're really proud of RSI. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the boss's name, you know, right?
The namesake, yes.
Yeah.
Robert Space Industries.
Anyway, that's all I got on Star Citizen Live. What do you think of that shit? Any comments, questions? What do you think, Ozzy?
Yeah, a lot of stuff they've been promising for years. Finally, they're doing, mate. I'd like to
Yeah.
see it all come to fruition. I really would. I put a lot of time and energy into this game, and I really want to see it come and grow and be better than fucking Grand Theft Auto 6.
Fuck
I don't
Grand
know if
Theft Auto 6.
I don't know if Squadron 42 could do that, but I reckon if Star Citizen was in a non-buggy releasable state, it would that game would give GTA 6 a fair run for its
Hands
money,
down.
mate.
Hands down. No
All-
competition, dude. No competition. Need less game crashes, though. I crashed like 4 times playing yesterday, but I think it's because I switched back to Vulcan. And I think Vulcan is crashing on me. I think I need to go back to DirectX. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's got to be it. I think Vulcan's just not working well for me.
Vulcan's been working pretty good for me. Like, I had an issue every time I ran Vulcan before the other day, and I got motivated to fix it. I had issues, and it didn't run good. But now that I've got it running, and I've got it running on PU and on PTU, I haven't really had, apart from a couple of issues at the start, it's not bad. It's not too bad.
That's good.
It'd be
I'm glad
nice if
it's
I could
working for
update
you.
my AMD drivers, to the latest and greatest.
Mm-hmm. Well, shall we talk about the Endeavor?
I reckon we should. We probably should.
That's it up there on the screen, right?
No, that's it, mate. Yep.
That's the Endeavor. Look at it. Beautiful. Long cylindrical. Phallic. Like Beardstack said earlier. Why do all the missed ships look like phalluses?
Yep. Doesn't this ship creates its own wormholes or something as well, doesn't it? If you've got the right module.
No, what I heard was that you can detect wormholes. You can detect wormholes if you have the satellite dish equipped. You know the one I'm talking about? It can detect wormholes that are not wormholes like the one from Nyx to Pyro and Pyro to Nyx and Stanton to Pyro. Those are like persistent wormholes, but it will detect other wormholes as well, and you can travel out even further. That's what I understand about it. But yeah, that's the radar dish. Yeah, it's like and you can find wormholes with it and travel and explore and shit and stuff.
Well, there's only going to be five systems when it's released, right?
Right.
With more to come, though.
Yeah, more to come.
But the story of the game will be based around those 5 systems or something. That's what they've stated in a campaign that they're building for the persistent universe.
But, if you're going to have a ship like the Endeavor that's an exploration ship, you're going to have something for it to go see. You know, you're going to have
Yep.
some kind of exploration. It can't just, like, to my mind, it can't just be the 5 systems. There's going to have to be something else out there. Like something that's like, I don't know, procedurally generated or something. I don't think we ought to turn it into Elite Dangerous where every system looks the same or anything, but there's got to be something else out there. So the Endeavor is a top of the line medical ship and a top of the line modular ship. That's what it's in concept. It's a 1.0 ship. It won't be released until 1.0.
Says Myth's most prestigious ship, a dedicated research platform capable of carrying a dozen different space science packages, running the gamut from advanced long-range scanners for jump point identification to additional shielding near stellar corona research. Externally, the Endeavour is dotted with sensor hardpoints. Internally, the main compartment is centered on a large research laboratory which can be configured for use by a wide range of scientific disciplines. The Endeavour's main compartment is modular, allowing an alternative configuration as a Hope-class floating hospital. This variant is employed by the UEE and other organisations as battlefield support, capable of getting Marines and pilots back to the battlefield as quickly as possible. When outfitted as a hospital, the Endeavour's docking bay is capable of maintaining single Cutlass Red ambulance.
I thought it was
Give me
multiple.
a sec.
Multiple Cutlass Reds, like 2 or 3 per hangar, right? All right, you have 1 second.
Look at this. This is new art,
Yeah.
right?
I think you can get more than 1 Cuddy Red in there.
So in law, there's 3 types of Endeavour, right? The Hope class, the Olympic or Olympus, and there's one other. Do you know what it is?
Don't know. Wait, what? I was distracted.
So there's the Hope, the Olympic.
You talking about yeah, you got the Discovery, Hope, Olympic, and Master classes. The Discovery is general research or general science. The Hope is medical modules and landing. The Olympic is science and agriculture, and the Master comes with all the modules. Don't know how much those different classes are going to cost. But if I was going to get the Endeavor, I would just pony up and get the Master, so I have all the modules.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
I've just got the base, for now. Just to lock it in. Well, the CCU in. But it reminds me of all those ships that I saw as a kid, on Space 1999 and Battlestar Galactica and
Battlestar Galactica.
No, look at that. That's straight out of Battlestar Galactica. And so this is a 200-meter long ship that's capable of, undocking from the main body.
Yeah, and they also stated how long did you say the ship was?
It's 200 meters long.
200 meters long. Well, the size is probably going to increase, just like every other ship Star Citizen releases. So 250 meters. Who knows? They got to fit it in an extra large hangar, though, probably.
It is a really interesting piece. Ever since I saw the Endeavour, You know, it's just got that old school sci-fi look about it. You know, the one I grew up with. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It warms
agree.
my heart, mate. I want one.
I want all these ships eventually, someday, maybe. It's a nice piece. A lot of different modularity. So let's talk about
Article.
cost. Right now, if you go on the RSI website, it's currently at $350 for the Endeavor, and I assume that's without the modules.
Yep.
That's just the base
All the
Endeavor.
all the modules will cost you about another $700.
Yeah. There's all the different modules. Some of the different modules, the multi-purpose
Yep,
pods. We have the, what do we have there? I can't see it very good.
got the general science pod, service equipment and crew pod, general research pod, fuel pod, and this is all totally modular, right? So this
Yeah.
is all swappable outable with something else,
Put it wherever you want
right?
to. Yeah.
See, and look at this hangar, the landing bay module.
Yeah. Of course, the value they're also saying is probably going to go up closer to release of the ship, but it's not in active development right now. Hey, the Dark Lord. The Dark Lord. There's the medical module. There's a picture of the medical module.
This is a fully capable troop support ship.
Yeah.
The launch bay and medical pod here.
Yeah.
I like the idea of this launch bay underneath, you know.
Yes.
So did you buy one?
Did I buy one? No. No, I didn't. I did not. How's the game been? It's been good. I've been getting a lot of crashes due to using Vulcan, Dark Lord. Welcome to the podcast, man. So, what else can we say about this ship? Control pod detaches from the main ship. You can take the control pod like an alien, you know, on the Nostromo. It detaches from the mining portion of the ship, you know, the hauling portion, and it can go down and land on planets and stuff. Now, it can't
That's this part.
it can quantum without the main ship. Yeah. It can quantum without the main ship, but it will not be able to go through wormholes without the main ship because it doesn't have a jump drive. It'll also have dual components. It'll have components for the control pod, and it'll have components for the main portion of the ship. What else? Oh, it's going to use Caterpillar and Ironclad technology, you know, with the command module. So that's something else they got to get right before they can release the Endeavor. Is the command module thing. What does quota mean on this? What do you mean? What does quota mean to the Dark Lord? I'm not aware of any quotas. Now the drive unit, the main portion of the ship, you got the control pod and you got the drive unit. The drive unit won't be able to operate without the control pod. It'll just be sitting there in space. And the other thing they had to do in order to make this work was they had to make it to where you could navigate back to another ship, which is in the game now. You can, like, if you have another ship out in space, you can navigate to it. Right? That's kind of cool.
Yep. This is the command module here with the ship in the background.
Yeah, look at that. That's a nice photo.
Yes, this is one of the ships that I always saw that I always it just reminded me of so much back in youth, you know?
Yeah. You want to talk about the different modules? We got extreme modularity on this thing. Like, you think the galaxy's modular? Holy shit. This motherfucker here. A lot of modules. You can have up to 6 modules on the ship at any given time. Up to 6.
Yes. So I'll find the keep the wrong button.
Get it straight,
I had
man.
all this queued up. Yeah, I fucked it all up. Right. That's
You
it.
fucked it
Bare
up.
bones. Right? This is the bare bones Endeavor.
Yeah, that's without
With
any
no
modules. No modules on that Endeavor right there.
This is the particle collider.
Yeah, the
module.
particle collider. Yeah, let's see, where the super collider. They say that can be used maybe for crafting, or it can tune components. Maybe. This
It's
is
a
all
sexy looking ship,
speculation.
isn't it?
It is a sexy looking ship. These are all sexy babies. Everything CIG does to these ships is just super sexy. For shit and
Yes.
giggles, we imagined a concept endeavor with biodome and lab module to produce pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Like a crack,
Every
a
man
meth
whose dog
lab,
wants to go and
like a
go and
meth
grow
lab
some
or
weed
something.
and space.
Yeah. Grow some meth.
You know, or
Let the man
space
cook.
weed, mate.
Let him cook. Let Commander Najib cook. Okay, we know what Najib's going to do with his endeavor.
Yeah, he'll be in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So up to 6 modules at any time. You got the biodome, telescope array, super collider, multi-purpose pods, medical bay, and landing bay. The biodome.
Yes,
Huh?
there you go.
Yeah, the biodome, it says that you'll be able to grow food that can be sold for a profit. And like anyone who's done like hauling missions knows that like processed food, you get a lot of money for processed food. It's like one of the biggest money makers in the game. The trick is being able to sell it all at once, because there's not a lot of market demand for it at the places that you get the high price for it. But maybe if you and this is just off the top of my head. Maybe if you go and sell it at a place with lower demand, you can make more money faster that way. Maybe you get less per SCU, but you could sell it so quickly that you actually end up making more money per capita. Does that make sense?
Yes, well, all this stuff is still to be fully fleshed out anyway, mate.
Yeah.
All their prices are up and changing,
Yeah, we don't know what it's going to look like. Anyway, you can grow food and you can sell it for a profit, potentially, with this ship.
Potential. Yep.
What else do we want to say about the biodome?
That's the part. That's the part that suckered me in, man. Where
Yeah,
is it?
you just passed
You
it.
know.
Go back.
Oh no, there's another one. Oh, through all the modules now. Whoops. Blame me. My fuck up.
Yep, no pants, space weed for a profit.
There. You should be able to put 2 of them on it, right? Technically.
I think you can put
That's what.
6
look,
of them on there, right?
like that.
That shows
picture,
2,
that's
but
what,
I think you can put 6
is-
on there.
This is what sold me on it. You know.
Yeah, it looks sharp. It's a sexy bitch.
Is it's got all the right curves in all the right places.
Yeah,
You know.
I like it. You want to talk about this telescope array? Because this telescope array is pretty fucking cool. I think the telescope array is going to be one of the coolest game loops if they can get it figured out right. Pull up a picture of the telescope array. See if we can find that motherfucker.
Should be here. That's the.
There we go.
Is that that's
Oh,
the
that
module?
was the super collider. Is that the
This is
telescope?
the module for the tele.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll find a picture of it on it.
Now here's what I was talking about earlier
yeah.
about the jump points. The telescope array will have the ability for jump point discovery. So it can find these, they call them transient jump points. So you'll be able to find these transient jump points using a telescope array. But these transient jump points can collapse on you. So you might go to a system using a transient jump point, and then that jump point's gone. Now you got to find another jump point, I guess. And they say that the data you can fetch with this telescope array will get a premium on the open market. So you'll be able to sell data that you gain from using the telescope array. And that's a way to make money using this shit.
Scan the system, see what's around.
Yeah.
This is for full-on exploration gameplay. You know,
you're gonna want a fuel
I
pod
wish-
to go along with that telescope array. You're gonna want additional fuel for sure, right? You don't want to get stuck out there when your transient jump point collapses, you know. It's awesome. I like the idea of being an explorer in this game. They just give us something to explore, give us more to explore. Exploration gameplay will never be a thing. Take that negativity somewhere else. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to listen to it this morning. I'm tired. It's fucking 4 a.m. I'm just kidding. Go ahead and bring your negativity. It makes me stronger. Fixed limited system makes it impossible. Yeah, we'll see. Well, they're talking about transient jump points, Real Martigan, so the transient jump points, they're not going to go to the same 5 systems. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe there'll be other systems out there.
That we've got to discover.
Yeah, new systems to discover.
Or at least discover the worm points.
Yeah, and
to
maybe
the back of some other system.
Maybe
like
these
a shortcut even.
They sold us a dream, we all bought it. Yeah, it's a big scam. It's a big scam, and we bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, they got us.
They got me to the tune of $3,000 already. I've only been playing for 10 months. Ouch. The thing is, they're talking about these transient jump points, so maybe these transient jump points, maybe they'll take us to something that's procedurally generated, kind of like an Elite Dangerous, where all the systems look the same, and there'll be stuff to see there that you can go back and sell on the open market. Maybe.
See this artwork?
We'll see. This is all
See this artwork?
speculation.
How it kind of looks like it's coming through a wormhole.
Yeah, it does.
And this is the super collider or whatever, or particle collider or whatever.
Yeah, the super
right?
collider. We talked about the super collider already. And we've talked about the multi-purpose pods, the general science, service equipment, and crew, general research, and fuel pods. You got the medical bay, and then you got the landing bay. The landing bay, it says here, will support multiple Cutlass Reds and have decontamination facilities. Ooh.
Look at that. This is the latest artwork that I could find. Alright, it has Apollos in the art.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And some Cuddy Reds I see there. I see Apollos and Cuddies. That is cool artwork right there. I like it.
This gives a bit of hope, this artwork, right?
Yeah. Hope is here, like at Levski. I think that, like, it's funny that Levski says hope is here. It's almost like hope is here for Star Citizen. Right? It's funny.
There's a lot of hopium about, mate. I think I'm about to get ads again.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll just drive through it. Did you have a video you wanted to watch on the...
I do. On this,
on
it
the
goes for 10
Endeavor?
minutes.
Okay, let's take a look, shall we?
Okay, now this is by Forrester. This is a year old, this video, but it's pretty comprehensive, so we'll... Might just turn my cam off while we're watching this. Mike.
The Misk
hear that
Endeavour
all right?
is a planned multi-role
Yeah,
capital
go
ship
for it.
Is it
in
coming
Star
through?
Citizen, with
Coming
the
through all good?
headline feature being modularity, with the potential to outfit the ship to fulfill a number of different purposes. Naturally, the idea of customizing their own Endeavour has got many players excited about the possibilities on offer with this ship. I'm Forrester, and welcome to the Dry Dock, a series which delves deeper into the ships of Star Citizen. This video will explore the background behind the Endeavour both in and out of game, and then take a look at some of the attributes and statistics of the ship.
That
before
ship
considering
looks
how
sexy,
all
but
might
that
translate
ugly
into
guy
gameplay.
over on the right, I
There
don't
are
know about
timestamps in the
him.
video description, although if you're interested in the Endeavour, you might prefer to watch this one all the way through. And
I reckon he'd
whilst
look
this
pretty
channel
good with the
usually
captain's
focuses
hat
on what's
on,
currently
you know.
in-game,
Yeah.
necessarily, this video will navigate the treacherous space that is
You
speculation
know, a la-di-da one,
territory.
but, you know, like
Whilst
all
every
prim and
effort has
proper.
been made to approach this
Yeah.
video accurately,
Dodge
sometimes
stiff
information is
stuff, you know what I
sparse,
mean?
and much
yep,
is
yep.
subject to change as time goes along. So please treat the content with a pinch of salt and not as a definitive promise as to what will happen. And finally, to all of you who are itching to point out the spelling of the word Endeavour in this video, I can confirm that having checked thoroughly, the correct spelling has been used in line with the King's English.
The King's
With that
English.
said, let's dive into the background.
See,
of
you
the
said they
Endeavour.
spelled it wrong,
The
Ozzy.
Misk Endeavour was first announced
This
in
guy
September
verified that
2015
shit.
with 2
It's the
design
King's
documents
English.
and 3 Q&A articles on the Star Citizen website.
What?
Since then, news of the ship has been fairly
Oh, I'm getting
quiet.
an echo now all of a sudden.
Despite a long development window for the Endeavour, in-game information is also relatively sparse, save for the classification of different types of ship based on their intended purpose. Misk identifies the Discovery class as an Endeavour.
About now. Is that better?
I think so. Maybe not. Do you got it coming through your speakers or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why I'm getting an echo. Oh, now I don't hear
Is it
the
coming-
audio. Now I don't hear the audio on my stream. They can read the subtitles though.
Just wait. What did I just do?
More
I
technical
don't know what I did.
issues. Oh God, Ozzy, get it straight, man. Ozzy,
Mate.
the executive
Wildly
producer of this
depending on the module
podcast,
selected, but range
doing
to
an
a
awesome
master
job.
set for up to $1,000.
Master
The
set,
secret to the use of the Endeavour is
$1,000.
as a modular
That's all the
capital ship,
modules,
leaning
the
more
master
towards the
set.
peaceful, scientific, and research type of disciplines. The modularity is key, allowing players
Can you
to
hear it
some
now?
extent to flex the
That's
purpose of
better.
the ship to suit their own needs. The Star Citizen website describes the ship as a heavy science vessel. Based on current information, the Endeavour would have a total length of 200 meters, a total width or beam of 48 meters, and a total height or
I
depth
think
of
4,000
20
tons
meters.
is a bit
The
light,
total
eh?
mass of the Endeavour will be around
That's a lot.
4,055 metric
That
tons.
doesn't seem right.
Some of these
That's gonna
dimensions may
come
be out
down.
of date and may also change depending on which module
That's in
is equipped.
kilos, so that's 4,000 tons.
By way of components,
Yeah, that's
the
a
current
lot of
plans would
tonnage.
suggest that power would be provided by
You won't be able to land that on a planet.
large power plant,
Not
with
with
cooling
the
provided
service
by 4 large
module.
coolers. Additionally, the ship would carry a medium-sized
But
radar
I would actually think
and
it would
4
be
medium-sized
heavier.
computers, although
Oh,
those
you think so?
capabilities could be augmented by
I don't know.
Yeah,
installing
because a
additional
Tonk is supposed to be
modules.
60 ton.
Defensively,
you know?
the
Oh.
Endeavour would carry 2 large
I don't
shield
know.
generators. The specifications also list 2 large fuel tanks, 2 large hydrogen fuel intakes, and a capital-sized quantum fuel tank. Both the quantum drive and jump drive are listed as capital-sized.
Hold on, pause it for a second.
In terms of propulsion, the specifications list
Now, you know how much it costs to fuel up a Carrack? Like 10,000 AUEC, right?
Yep.
Could you imagine with fuel pods added onto this, and then the fuel that like the base module has, plus the fuel pods? Could you imagine how much that's going to cost? You're going to have to sell a lot of data just to refuel your ship.
These large fuel intakes, does that mean it creates its own fuel?
That's a good question. I got that too. I caught that.
Well, because
I don't know.
I think originally the Starfarer was supposed to just create its own fuel just by flying around, right?
Really? Fuel scooping. Maybe we need fuel scooping from stars like in Elite Dangerous.
Well, it says 2 large fuel intakes.
2 large
guess we
fuel
didn't do
intakes.
enough research.
That's what it says, though. I mean, we're not going to have all the answers, guys. What do y'all think? 2 large fuel intakes. That kind of speaks to me like it's going to be able to suck up its own fuel while it's cruising around somehow. That'd be nice, not having to pay for all that fuel.
Yep. If you could just make your own fuel, that'd be
Mhm.
awesome.
Hell yeah. Awesome sauce. Lovelinator says he thinks it's a scoop. Yeah,
Yes,
like in
well,
Elite
I did
Dangerous.
think it. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna.
Elite Safe.
drive and jump drive are listed as capital-sized. In terms of propulsion, the specifications list 4 retro thrusters, 9 main thrusters, and 18 fixed maneuvering thrusters located around the ship.
No, is that going to be
By way
on
of
the
armaments,
pod
the
module,
current
or
specifications for the Endeavour suggest a
include the
very
service
lightly armed
module?
ship, with only 1 turret
I
carrying
think that's
2
just
size
standard.
5 weapons. The crew
I think that's just the base
specifications
model,
for the
mate. That's just
Endeavour
what it
note
comes
a
with.
minimum
That's
crew
Yeah.
of 3
base.
to a maximum crew of 5. The Q&A does mention that the ship could potentially be operated by a solo pilot, albeit at reduced efficiency.
It's only true of 5,
In
man.
reality, the crew requirement may
Hey,
well
stop it
depend
for
on
a
which
second.
modules are installed
Pause.
at the time.
Pause it, Ozzy. Now, let's talk about solo gameplay versus multiplayer gameplay. If you're going to be out on this thing for a long time with a crew, like of other players, okay? Let's say you're multi got multiplayers on this ship. They're gonna have to fix this issue where you can only log out on a ship that you own. They're gonna have to make it to, because let's face it, if you're going out on an endeavor to do exploration, I don't want to just leave the port and have to come back in order to, like, you know what I'm saying? In order to log out. Because if you can't log out on someone else's ship, you're going to log back in at the latest station. It's going to be like 500 star systems away. Well, now how do I get back to playing that game loop with my friends? You know? It's a problem. You're going to have to be able to log out on someone else's ship for this to work. Because to me, the whole idea of the endeavor is
before 3.18.
Oh, did it? Okay. Well, what do I know?
Yep, they took it away.
They're gonna have to put it back because
I used to be able to log out in all my mates' ships. Like I remember one time we had this big ship meet at Microtech at New Babbage.
Yeah.
And 6 hours later, I logged in, and I was still on his ship, right? And I thought that was cool, and I just took it for a spin, and no issues, and it worked fine. But they removed it 3.18.
Yeah.
I think it was 3.18 they removed.
3.18, the infamous 3.18.
Yeah, the patch that no one talks about. It was horrible. I knew people that couldn't get into the game for 4 months, you know.
Oh, that would be devastating for me personally.
Anyway.
All right, let her roll, man. Let her roll.
The requirement may well depend on which modules are installed at the time. The base amenities aboard look set to include 500 SCU of cargo storage
500.
and the usual habitation type stuff. One of the interesting features of the ship is that it's split into 3 sections, with an exploration section at the front, the modular workshop section amidships, and the drive unit at the back. The frontmost Explorer is set to be detachable, and whilst not equipped with a jump drive, looks set to provide a platform for getting to slightly more dangerous areas. Then there are the detachable modules that really give the Endeavour its flavour. Some modules are set to expand base capabilities like the science, crew, research and fuel utility pods, but other modules could potentially introduce new gameplay. The Biodome module is set to be some sort of a hydroponic/farming zone to plant seeds and have them grow in the safety of a protective bubble. The Telescope module is set to aid jump point discovery and look very cool whilst doing so.
It looks really cool.
And the Super Collider module is set to support overclocking gameplay to improve other ship modules and equipment. And the Medical Bay provides hospital support to players through medical gameplay. Then
by the way,
landing bay module
this medical bay is supposed to have multiple tier 1, 2, and 3 beds.
The Endeavour. There's some suggestion that further modules
Yes, it's got the
follow in
whole
future,
shebang.
such as defense modules with turrets, or cargo modules similar to the whole series cargo spindles. The precise gameplay use for the Endeavour will vary depending on what modules are equipped. Some of the more unique ideas based on the concept work are things like space farming. Using the Super Collider to run an overclocking operation.
I'll stop it for a second. You know,
I
when
want my
was playing
food to
Rust,
come from a space farm.
You know, when I was playing Rust and a Rust admin, I knew several people. All they'd done was create hemp farms, you know, and that was their 100 hours of gameplay every week because they had no life,
Right.
you know, just farming weed in Rust. So I can see many people doing the same thing with this ship out in the middle of nowhere, you know, with 1 or 2 mates. And if they got the landing bay module, you know, you got ships you can boot off with, or you can just leave this out in the middle of nowhere and take the command module, go do what you do. You know.
Go
Anyway,
dock at a space station, get supplies, come back.
I think that's gameplay that a lot of people would enjoy and do enjoy.
Yeah.
One as part of their Star Citizen experience. But
I would get
anyway,
a
we'll
kick
continue.
out of it.
I'd do it at least once or twice, you know.
These are gameplay possibilities that aren't currently in-game and aren't
They're not
currently
replicated by
replicated
any other
by
ships.
other ships. The Endeavour is set to lean into the more peaceful gameplay loops, but given that most of the things mentioned in the design document aren't in-game or even fleshed out in any detail, it'll be interesting to see how that develops. It seems quite possible that as the ship edges closer to release, some of these gameplay use cases might materialize.
The 1.0
Things like
ship.
exploration, science,
We're gonna have to have a
crafting,
complete game
or
to
even
bring this
production of
ship.
illicit substances could all be on the roadmap, but without a
There you
reference
go,
point,
illicit
it's hard to know
substances,
what that might
guys.
look like from a gameplay perspective. One exciting gameplay use case for the Endeavour, or perhaps the Hope class model, is as a space hospital. Of all of the potential gameplay loops, this is one of the more accessible with what's currently in-game. The idea of having the landing bay able to take casualties aboard,
with the
bring said casualties to an
decontamination
appropriate hospital bed, and nursing them back
capability.
to health is compelling. That makes the Endeavour a great choice for combat support, particularly for those interested in medical gameplay supporting first-person combat.
Hey,
Another potentially
ethnification,
interesting
greetings.
use case is as a snub fighter carrier. Whilst the landing bay isn't the biggest, set to measure 30 meters wide by 65 long, equipped with snub fighters, it might be possible to fit quite a few aboard. The Q&A does note that only a single landing bay module can be equipped, but even so, being able to ferry around a large number of mini-ships could be quite engaging for fleet gameplay. It's been quite difficult to make this video because the Endeavour is one of those ships that has incredible potential, but so much of it is so far removed from anything that's in-game now, or even in concept, it's hard to put your finger on quite what that might be. That said, the modules have been sold to players for real cash, so there will be a lot of people out there hoping to see that gameplay materialize in the future.
Hope is
There's a lot
here.
of love out there for the Endeavour, and it's quite easy to see why people
Yes.
are eventually looking forward to it hitting the verse. At the risk of going on for too long, that'll pretty much wrap it up for the Endeavour here.
Wrap it
and
up,
so it's over to
bitch.
you to share your thoughts
Cool.
in the video comments.
Everyone, make sure you go check out Varrister, like, subscribe, share.
Oh yeah, we were gonna talk about the Ranger. The Tumble
Yeah, we'll
Ranger.
have a quick chat about the Ranger. But
What a
I think what
cool
we're gonna
bike. Look at that thing.
do is we're gonna ask people, like in about 10 minutes, we're gonna start dragging people from the waiting room. If you want to join in, we're gonna if you want to ask a question, we'll drag you into the podcast live channel.
Just not
in about
beard
10
stacks.
minutes.
Don't let that guy in here.
But if you queue up now in the Discord, in the waiting room next to the podcast channel, when we're ready, we'll drag one person at a time and have a quick chat and see how it goes.
Yeah, we're gonna try that. This is the alpha stage of the podcast. This is like
We're gonna give it a shot.
totally untested. Might suck.
Tumbrel Ranger.
I bought mine.
I gave one away last week. That was
Did
my
you?
last monthly giveaway.
Nice.
Range. It looks wicked, doesn't it?
I like it. I like the tires. I like the way it looks. I like the guns on the, what is it, the RT or something. That's the one I got. Super sexy. I mean, a space game has to have a motorcycle in it. See, let me tell you about my past life. I was a tanker in the Army, and now I ride motorcycles. So guess what I bought on Tumbrel Day for IAE? Any guesses?
Ranger.
I got a Ranger and I got a Nova tank.
If you look at it, it looks like it's got like a 20mm cannon or something on the side, right?
Yeah. It's got a big gun on it. 2 big cannons on it.
It does. So there are 3 models.
You got a racing module, a touring module, model, not module. It's still early here. Fuck off. And it's got a combat model. That was preempted. That was a preemptive fuck off for anyone who wants to say anything about it being early here.
The Peacemaker edition, mate. The TR.
That's the
Does
one I
look like
got.
a 20mm cannon or something on the side, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're definitely cannons.
Dual
Without
size
a
one
doubt.
weapon mount. I don't think I've ever seen any ship weapon or vehicle weapon game that looks like that. Have you?
You want me to lie? I might have.
Pretty cool, man. I want one.
Yo. Feel the road.
And so,
Or lack thereof.
so you've got the CV, which is like the box delivery mission vehicle, right? Because you can hold a couple of boxes, you know, the little one.
Yeah.
And then you've got the racing model.
There's no one in the waiting room yet. Ozzy, what are we going to do?
Can everyone hear us? We're not muted or something. We're not
I
just
don't think
talking
so.
to ourselves, are we?
I think probably the only person who has any questions is Beard Stacks, and I specifically said not to let him in here. I'm just kidding, by the way, Beard Stacks. I'm just kidding, dude.
So none of them are in the waiting room. I guess none of them wanted to say good day to us.
Everyone's shy. They're being shy.
Yep.
You want
That's
to
it.
drop a link to your Discord? Maybe some of our other viewers want to come in there. Oh, look who's in the waiting room. Oh, he's going to give me shit. I just know it.
You
That's
know
all
it's
right.
true.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I like the Peacemaker. Renegade
See, it's got its own style of
style.
clothing too.
Oh, I'm gonna get some of that. I gotta get me some of that. They
It
come
looks
with.
pretty
Does
good,
that come
doesn't
with
it?
heavy armor?
I do believe this is clothing, mate. Right? Like it
That'd
looks
be
like
cool
clothing.
to take that through on a ride through Area 18 or Microtech in your fashion clothing.
Would if you could ride through Area 18, that'd be insane. That'd be awesome.
That would be.
I've thought about stuff like that forever. You know
Make it happen,
the train you
CIG.
take.
How hard
The
would that
train
be?
you take from Area 18 to the spaceport.
Yeah, you could hop
I'm
on
always
your
looking down
Ranger.
there in those.
Yeah, you could hop in your Ranger and bypass the train.
Oh, he left.
He
left
left.
the waiting room.
I say drag him up here anyway.
You reckon?
Yeah, drag him up here. Let's have a talk with Beard Stacks. What the fuck was that? What's up, Beard Stacks? My favorite mod. He's gone. He's mad at us.
Did he leave,
He left.
mate?
I think he's mad at me. I've been talking so much shit. I've been talking so much shit about Beard Stacks. He doesn't deserve it. I say he does, but he really doesn't. He's a good mod. He's the best.
Well, I guess that didn't work. I guess no one wants to talk to us and ask us questions, or
We're just going to have to come up with more shit to talk about next time, I guess. We could, if we wanted to, just go ahead and end the stream right here, take a break, and go into Star Citizen. We could go back to the PTU and see if we could start a fire today. I'm all
we should
about
get
that
someone
shit.
like S-Fan. You know, S-Fan should jump in the Discord and just ask some question.
S-Fan, I know
like-
you got a question. What's
No,
eating your
mate.
lunch, man? Come on to the Discord. Hey, Strigley. Strigley.
You don't moan. You know, what did I tell everyone last time? The first podcast we were described as Eeyore and Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
That's what it is. I'm Eeyore, and this is my friend Crocodile Dundee, also known as anyone.
That Viking.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, what's our view on armor coming in the game? Do you think it'll change the meta much? What do you think will change?
Oh, of course it's
Well,
going to
mate.
change meta. I think it's going to
didn't see
be
any
harder
armor
to... Yeah, I haven't seen any
in
armor in the
PTU.
PTU. I don't know how that's going to work yet. Maybe it's a game mechanic I haven't discovered yet, but it's supposed to be in PTU right now. And of course it's going to change shit. You're going to have a hell of a time killing, like, I don't know, a Polaris.
Yes.
Can you imagine an Idris with armor? Unstoppable.
Look at the Idris now, mate. You know, even if you kill it, it takes you another half hour to soft death it. I mean, to full death it, you know?
Oh, that's funny, Beard Stacks. You're the man. I needed to hear the moan bark fart.
Well, I kind of hope so, Strictly, because that's kind of supposed to be the point of bigger ships. You know, the little ones can't do anything to them. You know, unless they're equipped specifically for taking out that class of vessel. You know what I mean? So, and I don't know. You know how one man in his Gladius can take out a Tarek or a Hammerhead, or you know, it'll make a good difference, and I think it will take skill and persistence. You know, at the moment it's just a bit of a whoever gets guns on first wins. You know.
Kind of the way it's always been. 9 times out of 10, anyway. Join the Discord, Strictly. Come in and talk to us. We're lonely in here. We're just two lonely middle-aged old farts trying to talk about Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah, voice, dude. Voice. Go to the waiting room in the Discord, Strictly. What's the podcast? You're watching the podcast, Strigley.
Yeah.
This is it. This
We've been doing it for
This
like an hour and a half, mate.
is the podcast.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to
Welcome-
the chaotic
welcome.
mess that is Welcome to Star Citizen. Have a nice day. A
Yeah.
podcast by two old men.
Middle-aged farts.
Yep. Just talking shit.
Talking shit.
Followed by a bit of, where's that bloody button?
I got a
I'll
button
find
for
it
you.
straight away.
Welcome to Star Citizen. Have a nice day.
G'day,
Or-
cunt.
Welcome to Star Citizen. Have a nice day.
Is this the part where we play our buttons? Because I got a button for you. You ready for this? I've been trying to get this one out of my system. Bad. I've been trying so hard to get that out of my system. I gotta play it again. I gotta get this out of my system. Strigley, you gotta go to the waiting room in Discord. Click on waiting room and go in there. We'll drag you up to the podcast.
Yeah, otherwise we're just two old boring cunts with dead air at the moment.
Yeah. Dead air, do 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 do. Dead air, do 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 do. Dead air, do 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 do. There's Strigley. You found us.
Yo, what's up?
Yo!
There you go, mate.
Yo, what's up, Strigley? What questions you got, my man? I know you got questions about Star Citizen.
More discussions, really.
We might have answers.
Like, I've got a lot of background in it myself, too.
Oh, yeah, you probably have more background than I do. I've only been playing 10 months.
Oh, yeah, I was back to, like, 2013.
I was Kickstarter. Yeah, very cool, man.
Wait, were you?
No, I wasn't. Not me.
I watched it since, but I gave it a year before I decided to join.
Yeah, nice.
I watched it for years, but didn't join until 2022.
Yeah. And then I've modded for a whole lot of streamers and stuff. The other big thing with armor coming in means that some ships will be able to turn their shields off, so they won't need, like, some of the more heavy armored ships will be able to have a smaller, like, heat signature.
Interesting. I never even thought of that. That's a good idea.
They've also stated that certain size guns won't do any damage at all to a certain armor type or whatnot as well, right? That's
I know they do want to put light fighters more in the equivalent of, small fighters in Star Wars, etc. Not things that can hack a big punch. They're more for, like, fighting each other, short range.
Yep. Yeah, well, that'd be good, mate. That'd then give every ship a role, instead of just having the meta and going and doing whatever you want because you got some skill.
Well, that's the problem. It's really hard to put a meta together when they haven't laid down their foundation, how they want completely.
This
It's
begs
going to be a whole mission itself.
begs
just
a
trying to balance
question.
with them.
With crafting coming, are you going to be able to craft better armor?
Yes, you'll be able to. They've said that you're going to be able to find, like, blueprints,
Yes.
and they'll have a limited number of uses that you can use them. So you might have a ship that's got a better engine, or it's got better. I don't know if it'd be all the armor or certain aspects of it.
Yeah.
And then it might I don't know what they're planning, but at some point it might be the metal that you find, because we're going to be able to like manufacture our own ships, because we're going to have like shipbuilding, like
Right.
Yes.
things in our in
I've
like base building.
Yeah.
but they want to have multiple different quality types too. You know, so every time you craft something, it's like a one-off because you use this and this and that and that.
Yeah, that's right. They were showing that off, where it's
Yes.
within like there's a range of quality. And it just gives you randomizers within the range, and also depending on what quality of resources you've used to craft it.
Yes. Just like in all the MMOs when you craft armor and weapons.
Yeah, I've played a lot of Ark, like Survival Evolved back in the day, so it had a similar sort of system.
Did it work there?
Yeah, but it didn't have
You know,
it didn't have. You were just limited by the resources that you had on you, but didn't have like a limited number of uses for the blueprints.
see, one thing I always did think was everything in Star Citizen was everyone was supposed to have access to all the same stuff, right? And then at the end of the day, it would come down to skill level, you know, or
Yeah. So
but that seems to be moving away from that. But
in what aspect?
well, the multiple different quality types and having one-off items, you know, like this is what they
We're
showcased
talking
at the
loot.
last.
Yeah, but it's going to be loot table, so it's going to be going out and finding it. So you'll have the same, um, I guess, chance of finding it as someone else. I mean, it's different if you're in like bigger ships and you might be able to, hold down a area that's got more loot, but it's still chance,
Yeah.
It's not a pay to get for you the good blueprints. It's a pay to get a head start with bigger ships, but it's not actually. But they've always advertised it like it's not pay to win, because it's you make the game what you want, and at the same time the loot tables, a lot of the good stuff you're gonna have to go out and find it. I mean, and
Yeah.
all the stuff that you can buy, apart from maybe some cosmetics, going to be findable in game. Like they've already doing that with the subflares, all the difference
Yeah.
like previous
Like in
years.
Nix now.
Well, just loot table in general. They have focused with the new missions on a lot of new armors, but like the older missions, you can find stuff that used to be. I mean, that is sub only stuff that you can buy. It's also in the loot
Yes.
table within the game.
Yes, I've seen that all around, like all the jackets and
Yeah.
the sub guns and med
Oh,
guns and multi tools.
like I'm fine with them like keeping sub, maybe like skins or certain colors or something like that. Like if it's purely just visual, it doesn't give a big benefit, but yeah.
Well, that brings up another point. What do you think, as a player, been playing 13 or whatever, or being a backer, the best show paints that you had to be there, own the ship to get on the date? Now they're just selling willy-nilly. What do you think about that?
I feel like it's rough for those that, because there are those that had the ship, because if you already had the ship when the paint dropped for that year, so for that best in show, you get it for free if you had the ship, like in your hangar.
Yes.
Like, I think that's
Yep.
fine in that aspect. It's the people that bought the best in show, because they do like packs that had the skin that you pay
Yep.
for. It's those
Yep.
people that I feel like have had it rough. Like maybe they should get some form of reward, or I don't know how they'd handle that, but
Recognition for being
yeah.
there that year. Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, CIG may argue that hey, those people have had multiple years where they've had access to the skins where other people haven't. But yeah, CIG does change stuff. Like if you could look back to like 2013, you had LTI, for example, and that was meant to be an early backer reward for basically mid 2013 and before. And then They
Yep.
got rid of it, and then they brought it back for their war bond. You know, the first time a ship was sold, whether it was concept or straight to flyable, they'd put LTI on it. And then you can then upgrade the LTI to keep the LTI with whatever you've upgraded to, etc.
Yes. Well, everyone wants our LTI token.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I feel like it's only important on the bigger ships, really, because LTI only covers the stock parts, and for smaller ships,
Yep.
it's whatever. It's like the bigger ships where insurance is like free stock part insurance compared to whatever the insurance is in game for the bigger ships. It might be worth having them with LTI. They've said a lot in the past that it's going to be the equivalent to like how we pay insurance in like real life with like cars and stuff. Like it's going to be that sort of percentage of like the money that you earn. Like I don't know how they're going to work out the actual bracket of it because it can be, you know, people will be, you know, paying different amounts.
Yeah, well, they need some sort of working economy before you be realistic about doing something like that. You know?
Yeah, I hope they're still going to do that. I don't know if you know
I,
much about Quanta or Quantum. Is it Quanta? Quantum, the one that Tony his big idea where everything was linked together, like across all the different servers within Star Citizen, like all the different prices, depending what resources are coming in, if things are overbought or oversold, or if resource like chains and things are interrupted, and it was all going to have like a living, breathing economy that can be influenced by all that sort of stuff. But Tony left a couple of years ago, and I'm not sure. I know they changed a bit of stuff, but I don't know their full direction. Sorry, I'm dominating a little bit.
That's all right.
no, you're right, man. Yeah. Keep talking. There's supposed to be some economic changes in this 4.5. Didn't they mention something?
Hey, Riddick.
I'm not sure, but I feel like they may have come to a compromise because it was very ambitious. Like, because Tony was the guy that basically ran the PU, like he was in charge of it for years. So maybe he was just too ambitious, and they may have just gone, "Hey, we need to focus more, or we're never going to get anything out." Well, it doesn't mean that they won't change things in the future, because they've always said, like, once they have the PU come out with the 5 systems, well, you know, they decided on 5, but they're just going to keep
Yes.
expanding. And like
Yes.
originally in the Kickstarter, you're looking at like 100 and something systems they have
Yes.
planned.
100 plus. Yes. It'd be good if it comes to being, but I can see. Well, they've stated the 5 systems are going to be for the campaign, with more to come, right?
Yeah.
So you've got so those are the ones coming with the PU. The one that's in the single player campaign, Vegas, isn't actually one of the PU systems that's going to be coming. So whether they haven't fleshed it out enough between the single player and the the big full system for the PU, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but when they stated 1.0 will be the 5
It's not on
system
that list.
release,
That's what I mean.
they state that those 5 systems will be the story of the PU, and that'll be the campaign for the PU. Those
Yeah,
5
that'll be
systems.
that will be the basis of. Sorry, I thought when you said campaign, I thought you said referring to the single player. Because
No.
that's set in the Vegas
Quadrant.
system.
Sorry, keep going.
No,
Yeah.
that's all I was saying there.
Yeah, I really hope Quadrant 42 does well, mate.
It's looking. I mean, it looks nice from what I've seen, and
it's not finished. What we saw last year at IAE was not finished yet. It's going to look even
from what I
better.
understand, it may be pushed to like 2017. Like that's where the rumors are, though. I wouldn't be surprised.
2027.
No, sorry, 2027. Sorry, yeah. it's past. I was nearly 12 here, so. Though at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they managed to drop it like at sitcom next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't be surprised. I think it's going to come out before GTA 6.
Hasn't it been feature complete for 2 years?
It's been feature complete for quite a long time.
Yes.
Oh no, sorry, 2 years when Chris. But I mean, it's
Yep.
had a lot of the chapters in for a long time. It's not.
I really hope it's better than just 2 hours of gameplay and 40 hours of movie. I really hope it's more than that.
They made it
Yeah.
clear that there's gonna be, like those games like the Knights of the Old Republic where where you interact with the NPCs and it gives you different dialogue and different choices basically. So each time you play through will be a bit different depending on which NPC dialogue you
Red
just go
Dead,
along with.
kind of like Red Dead or something like that.
Or like Fallout
But
does it as well.
Yeah.
But
You compliment
it's more
someone or you.
linear, isn't it? Can't take off from the beaten path.
You
I
mean
you keep saying that, but I'm not sure that that's the way it's going to be. That's the way that the preview looked at IAE last year. It looks linear, but you know, it might just be like, okay, so you got like these games where the intro is always the same and then it branches out. You know, I think that's what we saw in the preview was like the intro where it looks linear, but then maybe it's going to branch out. I don't think we really know.
I personally expect it to be linear, but then depending on which NPCs you side with or are friends with, you might get access to different parts of the story or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope so.
Well, way back they wanted to. I don't know if they've scrapped it, but in the early days, their plan was to allow like your friends to drop into the single player in place of like NPCs and play along with you.
Have like a
So, I don't know if
co-op version.
yeah, I'm not sure if they've kept that going or not.
Interesting.
And
Cool.
as you guys are probably aware, after Squadron, they've got another two like chapters that they're
Sequels.
planning. Like
Sequels.
yeah.
Sequels
you got
to
Behind
Squadron
Enemy
42.
Lines. Behind Enemy Lines is the second one. Those that backed in the Kickstarter get that for free. And then they haven't named the third one yet.
Well, hey Ozzy, we're coming
I really
up
hope
on
they
the.
come out.
Go ahead.
I hope it works, mate, for the sake of Star Citizen. You know, because as we were saying before, you know, if Star Citizen was released as a bugless, complete game, you know, it would 100% kick ass over GTA 6. You know,
Yeah,
and the rumors
100.
about the rumors about them, you know, sort of trying to release Squadron 42 at the same time GTA 6 gets released. And now apparently GTA 6 has been delayed and is not coming out to 2027 or something. And I read some rumors that gives Squadron 42 a reprieve. But
yeah, I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
don't know. I don't
There
know.
will be a lot of cinematic knowing Chris Roberts in Squadron.
Well, I really hope it's just not a movie with 2 hours of sitting in a turret or walking a path. You know, like I really hope it's more than that.
Well, the other thing is it's basically got. It probably have similar to GTA expectations because of the amount of that it's been in the spotlight, and especially in its early days with Derek Smart. I don't know if you guys know much about him.
Did something happen?
Still,
I
I
don't
was just saying,
know.
have you heard about Squadron's stuff with Derek in the early days? He was
No.
like another space game developer, and he basically gave Star Citizen a pretty bad name with the general public because it was competing against his own game,
Oh, well,
which
fuck
was
that
complete
guy.
rubbish. Yeah, And just generally, there's still a lot of people out there that see it as a scam or it'll never come out. And
Yes.
also being the biggest crowd-funded
Of
game
course there are.
ever, there's a lot of pressure, and there's just a lot of people looking at CIG and especially like Squadron and looking to pick at things. So they're probably well aware that they need to have it really well polished, and there's not going to be room to have it not so. And how I feel like personally how it goes may affect how the PU goes as well, whether it becomes this big thing that everyone has a huge community or whether it just falls back a bit.
It's a huge community, mate, with a lot of whales. And I know a lot of people are still willing to spend a lot of money on it. So I just hope for the community's sake,
Yeah,
it works.
at the same time, if your community is only Wales, then you don't have the diversity of different players and different play styles and things like that.
Right.
Like,
Well, hey,
I mean, as much as I don't want it to, it's going to become, all the kids start playing it, etc. Even though one of the big things I like about the community, it is like its average age is a lot older than a lot of games. So
Yeah.
just generally, like modding on Twitch, I've found that there's a lot less idiots even watching the streams, etc. Or as you guys have probably seen as well.
That'll change
Yeah.
when Squadron 42 releases.
Quite possibly. But if you compare it to, I think GTA is a good example. Like some of those communities might be quite toxic, or like Fortnite, etc.
Yeah.
I like the Rust community.
Well, Ozzy, we
Yeah,
are
mate.
at the 2-hour mark. How much longer do we want to go?
Yeah, no, I think it's been a
So-
pretty good chat today, eh?
Oh, yeah.
I see
And
you
I
guys,
want to thank Strigley for coming in and chatting with us, too.
Yeah, you made it less boring, mate.
Could I suggest I know a couple other streamers that do a similar thing. As you guys both might be aware, both like Jen and Evo do like their own like little talk show thing, so it might be worth reaching out to them and maybe do a collab. That could be quite interesting.
Perhaps
I
later,
could see it
yeah.
being quite maybe interesting or interested in it.
Yeah. I might reach out to them.
Like I know
I've got a few
Jen
other people I want to
especially
talk to.
Jen especially is very big in supporting Aussies, etc.
Yes. Yeah, he actually gave me a leg up when I first started, and that him and Evo interviewed me and introduced me to that community. Pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, Jen's been good to me, too. Rated me a few times.
Yeah, he's awesome. Like being his mod, he's just awesome person in general. Excuse the pun.
Jen's pretty cool guy.
Yeah, he is.
His laugh is pretty famous within the community.
Oh, yeah, you either love it or you don't, right?
It's more lean towards to love it. Like people think it's hilarious.
Kind of like Goofy.
And since Jen, runs his community very similar to like construction workplace, having drinks after work, giving each other a bit of shit, but not actually, going too far.
Cool. Righto, well, I think we're going to end it there, eh?
Yeah. Bonjour.
I'm happy to jump
we're
in
a bit
again.
boring today.
If you guys are ever wanting to talk about a subject, I mean, it's been a few years, but I used to occasionally jump in and like, especially like streamers that were getting started or didn't have someone to talk to, I just jump in like co-pilot with them.
Yeah,
So I'm happy to
very
discuss
cool.
things, etc.
Very cool.
Yeah, cool, man. Cool. I'll have to DM you on Discord or something, have a chat.
I'll mute anyway, so you can do your.
No worries. Rightio. Well, we're gonna. Well, thanks for coming to the podcast today. As you've been listening to two old boring cunts talk of shit about Star Citizen, right? Eeyore and Crocodile Dundee, they call us. So.
Yeah, Eeyore.
So who are we gonna raid today?
Oh, good question.
Is anyone we know streaming? Is anyone in that new Discord streaming that we will leg up to?
Space Rooster? Commander Space Rooster? You want to raid him? He's got one viewer.
Commander Space Rooster.
CMDR Space Rooster. He's probably split with MDA. I don't know. Pagan, you'll be able to watch this later on YouTube. We'll be releasing this here in the next day or two on YouTube, so you can watch the whole episode.
Yes. Yep, we'll get rid of all the boring bits too. Alright, so it'll be nice and concise. That's a good word. That it really is a good word. Righto. Okay, we're ready to... Right. Are we raiding?
Yeah, I'm raiding. I'm clicking the raid button now.
Let's start raid. So we're raiding out. Yeah, I'll come back in like half an hour or so.
Yeah, same here.
And do some Star Citizen stuff. But I'll have a break for a bit and then, yep. Show some love to Commander Rooster. Righto. Raiden.
Chin Shield coming with a raid.
Alright, I'm shutting the stream off.
How was your stream? Did you do some? Oh, and the Aussie